Welcome back to the survival world. As you can see here, in between videos, I've gone ahead and grabbed a bunch of shulker boxes. I was talking about this in the last video, but I wanted these for a project involving the iron farm over there, which we will get to later on in the video. And it's going to be to do with how I want the storage system laid out here. There's also a couple of other tweaks I want to make to the actual design of this thing. Just some fun little additions I thought of in between the episodes. The main project of this video will be finishing this main base build, finally. I've had the top part of this base designed for ages, and I'm finally gonna get it built. I also have a couple of other surprises for you today, something I'm gonna have to do that's quite dangerous in order to finalize the build on the base here, so stay tuned for that. One of those resources that I will need a lot of is copper, and I've gone ahead and got a bunch, but I need the oxidized version, not the regular orange version, for the top of this build. I have this field here where I put the copper in, but this is not nearly big enough, so I think I need to have some underground build somewhere where I can have my copper field. I'm going into cheaty cam a bit here, but I think maybe somewhere around this area, so it's quite near the base, it's below this island here. We could dig out a stretch of land underneath, and these caves should not be... Are they filled with water? Oh, they're filled with water. So I think the most logical place is to actually build it underneath the existing copper field that we already have. Then we don't have to really worry about it looking ugly, because if I'm honest, this cut off bit of land here doesn't look the best, does it? All this patch of stone. I'm eventually going to build something here. One other thing that I want to add to this to make it a little bit more automated is some kind of system where I can get pushed along, whether that be in a minecart or like a stream of water. So basically what I'm looking for here is a more automated version of the copper field that we have up here. I'll go ahead and do a little bit of digging, then I can show you what I mean. So we have a hole now. I have made a hole successfully. It's 3 blocks high here, and we need to start adding in the blocks that the copper is going to go on top of. Right below this hole here was one of the blocks, and every 5 blocks is where another one goes. So 5 in between and then another one. So we just need to keep repeating that pattern. Then I have to figure out some kind of system to move my player character along this without having to actually walk. Okay, so I've got all of the smooth stone laid out there. We now need a block to be able to place the copper onto. So I'm probably going to put one of these. So I'll just go ahead and do that for all of these. Alright, so all of those blocks are in now, and I've got to figure out some kind of rail system. So I was thinking of combining the rail system with the lighting in this place by putting down some redstone lamps and then the redstone block next to it. That will also power our powered rail here. So I probably will be quite economical with the powered rail here because I don't have that much gold. But I was thinking of laying it out kind of something like this, where it's going to go in this direction. I'll be facing this way, placing all the blocks in. When we get to the end, I'll need to figure out how it's going to turn the corner, and then it will come out of here and then go the other way. Alright, I'll go ahead and install the rail system now. And after a little bit more resource gathering and building, this thing is pretty much done, I think. There's a few little details I need to add, a few more things I need to grab. Now I did have to tweak the design a little bit. I had to move these forward by 1 block because they were just a little bit too far away. And I also added this block here that I can be looking at as I'm going along the rail. These trapdoors here are so I can hold down right click, and because the trapdoor is in the way, it doesn't let you place down the block. If I was in the minecart right now, I would go along and then it would place it in that available spot there. So I guess we should grab some copper now and give this thing a bit of a test. Eventually, I need to make a proper entrance to this place. I plan to build some kind of thing up here. I'm thinking some kind of shipping yard or something. Like now I can just hold down the right click button and it should place all the blocks in the correct places. Now I have noticed that sometimes it skips one, which might be because I'm going a little bit too fast. So I may tweak the speed in future. Like you see it's missing a few here. I may need to remove some of the powered rails to make myself go a little bit slower. You see here how these have got trapdoors in front of them? That is to prevent me from being able to place a block accidentally in front of these where I've already placed one in. Just a bit of a failsafe in case there's already some in the system. In future, I might need to tweak the speed a little bit, but I think for my uses and my needs right now, this is fine. As long as it works as a copper aging setup, it's okay. While we wait for that copper to oxidize, let's make some progress on a project from last time. Now, this iron farm build is pretty much done. The actual build itself is anyway, but I still want to put some more stuff on this island. It's looking very bland right now. It's literally just one block. So I would love to terraform this a bit more, add some texture in here, and also add some more like devices or factory-like things, just to kind of make the terrain fit in with the build a bit more. When you properly integrate something into the terrain, it looks like it belongs. Like, as an example, with these towers, I've integrated these into the water by having this gradient that goes from moss up to stone, and that makes these look like they fit in where they're meant to be. First up here, I want to add a little extra detail to the build. As you can see here, I reminded myself to put a window here, just so we can look through and see the iron golems burning to death. Okay, now that I say it, it's a bit morbid, but I think it would be cool just to be able to see the farm actually working from the inside. But I thought I would use this tinted glass, and does it look good just having it in between? Yeah, that could be cool, so we don't have to get rid of this lichen. I originally envisioned it as one long window, but I think that does look cool, just having the separate ones there. Let's do it again for this side. There, we can see them burning. Brilliant, it's exactly what I wanted. Fantastic. Do I have iron? Yes, I have a few bits of iron. I haven't really been grabbing iron when I've been going caving because I already have an iron farm, so hopefully I have enough. I want to use this as a detail block in the build here. How many? 5? Sure. Maybe we can mix and match that with another type of block. Hey, maybe the dripstone? That is a really good match. Alright, I've grabbed some blocks and I have absolutely no plan. I have some ideas, but I have not planned this out. So let's just see. I think underneath here, I would love to add some tanks full of lava because this is meant to be an iron factory, right? So I guess you would have heated materials and stuff like lava. So I think I'm going to use some of this tinted glass that I already had on me. And maybe combine that with the regular glass to kind of give it an interesting, different type of pattern. We'll go up one more and see how that looks. That looks good. I think if we put a lid on that, that will look perfect, actually. Oh, that's brilliant. I think I'll just add a few slabs around the edge here just to add a little bit of solid structure into it. That is good. Now we just need to add the actual lava inside. I'm going to put that in there like that, and that should flow down. Oh, it didn't go in the corners. Okay, how does this look? Better. It doesn't have that domed effect that I wanted to try and go for. I think that's still cool having a tank of lava there, and I think it's a unique kind of design that I've done. I think I'll add another tank kind of actually where these things are. The same sort of design, but I don't want to fill this one with lava. I want to fill it with molten iron. I'm gonna make this one a little bit taller just so it doesn't look all samey down here. I think it's nice to have things at different heights, so it's just a little bit taller than this one here. I'm gonna put most of the raw iron blocks on this side, and then for now I'm going to fill the rest of this up with dripstone, but in future I can come back and add some more iron in. There we go, let's see how this thing looks. Oh, that is pretty cool, isn't it? Now obviously it doesn't have the flowing effect that the lava does, but I think that does convincingly look like a vat of that liquid iron. after a little bit more building, it is done. I really like the transformation that this island has undertaken here. It looks a lot better than when it was just plain grass. So I guess I'll just take you on a little bit of a tour, because it's been a bit of a time jump. So of course we've got the lava tank and the molten iron tank here. I've gone ahead and added some pipes coming off there. Same here with the warped wood and the copper, just to kind of give the idea that these materials are being used for stuff around here. Various different like blocks of iron here, using the actual iron blocks from the game. One on a little like shipping pallet, maybe ready to be transported off somewhere. Kind of meant to look like a place that this iron is being worked on and transformed into other shapes, I guess. Very simple street lamps, but I think they're very effective. I especially love these pipes that are coming out of the ground here, meant to look like exhaust vents or something, you know, kind of letting fumes out from whatever works are going on underneath the ground here. And then we've got this awesome shipping container design here, which I did actually design myself beforehand. And inside here we've just got a block of iron. Pop over to the other side here where we have some more pipes going on, and oh, I didn't wax this, huh? Let's go grab some wax. There we go. So we've got some more pipes going on just to make it look like, you know, stuff is happening. This factory is connected to stuff underneath the ground and it's piping stuff. And then I built this little device here that's supposed to look like some sort of hydraulic press or something, kind of giving the idea that it's making this iron down into sheets like these trapdoors that I put on here. And I do have a further idea of something to do with the shipping containers, and I'll get to that in a future video. The final addition to this iron farm that I will have to make is the storage system. I don't want to have to go inside the farm to access the storage, and I thought that chests and barrels didn't really fit in with the whole vibe of the build itself. So I'm going to be going for a little bit more of an expensive option here, and we're going to be using some shulker boxes. Right, so the storage itself is going to be within these walls here, and I got to try and work out how this is going to work here. I guess we can just go for like a 5x3 for now. So there they are in the wall now, and now I gotta figure out how to actually connect up the storage to this. The hoppers will go on the back like this. Well, this might not be the most elegant way to do this, but I think this setup will work for splitting the iron equally 5 ways between these shulker boxes. There we go, we've got both storage systems in now, an actual storage system that doesn't require me to go inside. It feels very satisfying to finally get these 4 blocks put in and have this build officially be done. I would still eventually in future like to extend this island down, but it's not that noticeable from the surface here. I really love how this thing came out. I love how massive and monolithic it looks there. And now let's check on our copper, shall we? Okay, that's not fully done. Hey, some has. Okay, I let you on a little bit of a time secret here. I actually have come in here once and mined a bunch of this up. So I've actually put fresh copper in. So we've at least had one harvest of the copper here, and some of it is already done. Cool system, I think. It's got its flaws, but I think for something that I just kind of did on the fly, it works. I think I have enough to build the last part of the base here. However, there's something we gotta do first. I have a beacon up here, or at least I did. I have the beacon base. The beacon's actually over there right now. In the design for this build, this is a 5 beacon setup. So I need to get 4 more beacons for this, and you know what that means? We gotta kill 4 more withers. I'm kind of scared to kill the wither, to be honest. Obviously I've done it once already, but I'm not the best at combat in this game, so as you can see, I've been working on the nether hub slowly but surely as well. Got a really cool build that is going to go in there, and a really cool build for these tunnels as well. Been progressing on just digging out the tunnels and getting everything linked up like this. Oh hey, I must have done this before because I already have this little like T shape carved out here. Yeah, I'm a bit of a coward. I really don't want to fight the wither. Maybe I fight one of these, but at least for the first 3, I'm gonna just cheese them. I really hope this works, because I don't know if they patched this. Is he stuck in there? Yeah, see, he gets stuck in there. There, and he shouldn't be, yeah, look at the bar. He even gets hurt by the... It's still really loud. I can hit him, but also he's getting damaged by the bedrock here. What a difficult boss. Oh, hey, look, I got a head. Armored Wither's head. Cool. I'm tempted to spawn more than one in at once, but Okay, you know, he breaks them. Okay. I'm not going to tempt fate here. Surprised at how simple this is. Being here also reminds me that I have to do something with the Ender Dragon egg at some point as well. That will be a future project. Oh, do I fight this? Do I fight this one? Oh, fine, I'm gonna fight this one. Oh, I'm gonna try and fight this one, okay? Where the heck is my chest plate? Have I lost my chest plate somehow? I guess I could just make a chest plate here. Sure, I can't find my netherite one, so we're going with a diamond chest plate. A unenchanted diamond chest plate, I must add. Chug one of these. And he starts off being weak to bow. Oh no, oh no. I didn't look at you, I didn't look at you. This is terrible. Right. There we go. I've got some absorption hearts. Why is he just like floating above me like this? This is crazy. Okay, he's in his second phase now where it's just melee hits. He's just floating above me. I can't get any hits in. Oh, there. Okay, instant health, instant health, instant health. I've got health and regeneration on right now. If I just get a few hits in. Oh. Wow, okay. I think that's the first time I've ever defeated one of those legitimately. I mean, that wasn't too hard, but I think I would have died if I didn't have the potions. I'm actually quite glad I pushed myself there and did something that I don't normally do, which is the combat in this game. It was quite fun. I don't know how well designed the Wither boss actually is. Like, it kind of just floats above you and shoots you. I feel like maybe they should redesign that a little bit. Maybe it like backs off and you have to shoot it from afar or something. They could definitely go further with the bosses, but yeah, it was fun. And we should be able to craft 4 beacons. Lovely. So it should be like that. And then I have them, I think, in a cross pattern like so. All of these beacons, yes, they should have the full power available to them. Oh, whoa, this is cool. Oh, I've never done this before. Oh, this feels cool with the jump boost and the speed like this. Okay, we've had this little wither killing intermission now. I guess we'll just jump into the first bit of the build here. Let's go. I'm really excited to get the base done. So, what do we think? I certainly really like how this base came out. I'm so glad to have the top portion of this base here. It really finishes off the look I was going for, this big cathedral. As for the utility of this top part, there really isn't much. It's a housing for my beacon here, and it has a top portion which we can go have a look at. You can climb this vine here, or you can fly up. I'll most likely be using my rockets to fly up, but I thought I should have at least some way to get up, not with the elytra. So I have this little room here, which isn't decorated, but I plan to put something here probably. And then we have the room that's even further up. I will probably put my bed in here, I suppose. I have to admit, it's not 100% done yet. There's meant to be some redstone lamps in here, which I just haven't gotten yet. I actually included the frog lights, which I don't have access to yet. I need to make myself a frog light farm for that. I have added a few details since the time lapse here, including these windows and the windows in here. It's very heavy on the grey colours, so I thought adding a little splash of colour in the form of the stained glass windows really works. And this bottom floor here is basically just a surrounding for the middle part, which is the beacon here, which I tried to make look very mechanical with this copper. And I quite like the iron. Originally, in the original design, this was meant to be gold, but I think the iron actually works better to give it that more mechanical vibe. There's a few things we can do right now to finish this off, like grab this and take it upstairs, as well as the bed. The bed will go at the top. This kind of stuff can go down here. Ah, okay. Who designed this place? I guess for now I will put them up here, but I want to eventually populate all these rooms with stuff. This is what I would call my first proper mega build, and I really like how it came out. Oh, I'm so glad it's done. well, kind of done. There's still a few little adjustments and additions I need to make. For example, there is something that I need to add into the center of all of these towers here. This is what the inside of the towers look like, and they are hollow on purpose, because inside each one is going to go a golden bell. And the reason I'm highlighting these bells in particular is because they're actually going to have a bell item inside them there. So just adding this bit onto the outside here, you see that there is a daylight sensor, and then on the inside, that daylight sensor connects to a piston. Below that piston goes 5 observers. Now we've got to put a piece of redstone there and a redstone repeater there that will push the redstone signal into this block here, and then past this block is a singular redstone dust. In that state, it will trigger this bell to go off in here because they are triggered by redstone. The idea is when that triggers nighttime, the bells go off like they would do probably in an actual cathedral. The lore idea is that I have created this system to let me know when it's time to sleep. It's not an essential thing, but it's just interesting, and it makes these bells actually have a use. And it's just about to become night, so we might be able to actually hear this from down here, how this is going to sound. Hey, there we go. Now if we go to sleep... Oh... I may have had a tiny bit of an explosion just then that I didn't catch on camera. Kind of forgot to light this place up, so I brought some end rods now as temporary lights. These are meant to be redstone lamps. Okay, turns out we don't hear it from up here. That's a little bit disappointing, but at least we hear it when night falls. I guess it could also be useful to put an ender chest up here as well. Oh yeah, one little detail I love about this room is that I've used daylight detectors here as well as smithing tables. They have a really nice bottom texture to them. I really love using bottom textures of unconventional blocks like that. Same thing I've done here with the blast furnaces. That is the bottom texture of that. I really hope you've enjoyed. It's been a jam-packed episode, hasn't it? Should we do a little bit of a recap? We finished off this island down here, which I'm really still quite proud of. I love how this has been transformed into a really nice, detailed area. And we also transformed the storage system here as well. We then killed 4 withers, just casually killed 4 withers. I mean, 3 of them were kind of free kills, but I actually fought a wither and beat it. Then, as you've just seen, I went on a massive resource grind, and then we finally finished the top section of the base here, which I gotta say, I love how it came out in the world. Despite there being a few little things that we still need to add to this base, the main structure is done. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and all doing all the things, and I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.